Jaycee Lee Dugard is back with her family this morning after being held captive 18 years. Here to tell us how she's doing is her stepfather, Carl Probyn, and joining us live from Berkeley, California, the two officers who broke the case wide open, Allison Jacobs and Lisa Campbell, biggest heroes in America. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Let me start with you, Carl. I know that you spoke with your daughter, Shayna, Jaycee's stepsister, last night. She is with Jaycee and the two girls in California. How are they doing?
They're doing okay. It's like step by step. It's like being on Mars. This is a brand new situation. You know, never happened before. 18 years being, gone like this. It's pretty remarkable what they have to, face.
How has the transition been? We talked about that a little bit this morning with an expert, how hard it's going to be for Jaycee and for her two daughters who never knew anything but this existence in captivity to kind of get back into society.
It's going to take a long time. They thought Jaycee was their sister. It's like they didn't realize that she had been kidnapped. And, National Center for Missing Children is helping do this. They're helping coach her and bringing people in to help. It's going to take a long time.
What is their emotional state right now? What did Shayna tell you?
I think the girls are okay. They were attached to him. They cried when this happened. It's like it's going to take a long time. People say, well, when can we see them? When am I going to see them? It may be a long time. They don't know who I am. I'd probably scare them. It's like, it's just going to take a while.
I know that there was a breakthrough last night. Jaycee knocked on Shayna's door. They had a talk.
No, actually, that was like a day ago in the morning that when they woke up that Jaycee knocked on Shayna's door and wanted to talk and start bonding. And I actually asked my daughter, I said, does she, remember me type of thing? And she goes, oh yeah, we talked a bit about you.
All right, I want to show you, I'm not sure if you've seen them, the pictures of the living conditions.
I haven't seen anything. I've been staying away. Plus, I've been so busy doing this, I haven't been watching the news.
Okay, well, these were released yesterday, I believe. This is where Jaycee was living with her captor. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were purposely staying away from this.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so when you take a look at this, the horrible conditions that she had to endure, what comes to your mind?
She survived. She did what she had to do.
How did she survive?
She's just a mellow person. She is easygoing, and like my daughter now, if that was her, she probably wouldn't have made it because she's feisty. She'd been climbing over the fence every day. It's like Jaycee just bonded with this guy, and like I say, they actually cried when he was captured. So they just accepted it. After 18 years, we had her 11 years, they had her 18 years. So they were a family. People got to realize. I don't know how he treated her or whatever, but they were attached to each other.
And now she's back with her real family, and your daughter Shayna and Jaycee's mother Terry are changing their lives completely to help her, aren't they?
Yes, my wife said she's the happiest person she's ever in the world right now.
And how is Terry changing her life? She's not going back to work?
No, eventually, but she's got a leave of absence. My daughter's not going to college. She canceled this semester.
So they're going to dedicate their lives 100% to Jaycee and those girls?
Correct.
They need that extra attention.
Oh yeah, she did say the girls were smart. I asked her. I said, "How are the girls?" And she goes, "They're intelligent. They're smart." It's like, now just because they didn't go to school and stuff, but they're okay. They're shy, they're clingy and whatever, but they're smart.
I want to give you an opportunity to say something to Allison and Lisa, whose hunch when they saw this man with the two young girls at the University of California, Berkeley campus, led finally to this reunion with Jaycee. What would you like to say to them, Carl?
I'd like to say thank you for solving this case. You guys did it. The police have missed it. They've been out there 16 times. Nobody went near the backyard, You guys solved this. Like I told you earlier, I'm going to buy you a box of chocolates for this one. you guys are my heroes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Allison, Lisa, when you saw those two little girls, why did you see the red flag that so many other people had missed?
Years of training and experience, having been a police officer in Chicago and various agencies, Allie, this is just kind of what we do on a day-to-day basis. Most times other people interacted with them, it was probably on a social level, and that's what we're trained to do.
What was it about those girls that said something is wrong?
Their demeanor wasn't that of regular girls that age. It was more robotic. They were almost in worship of their father. Almost like his rantings were just very normal activity for them. So that's why our red flags kind of went up on that. That what kind of living conditions are they having to deal with? This seems normal behavior for them. That was just so abnormal for us.
It is so wonderful that you finally cracked this case, that Carl, for years, investigators now admit they missed opportunities. They pointed the finger at you and made your life incredibly difficult.
I wouldn't say they pointed the finger, but they definitely, you know, I took a lie detector test, they investigated me. I mean, I'm the last person to see her alive. I mean, I knew it was coming, so I accept that.
Do you have any anger towards them because you were a suspect for so long?
No, I knew it was part of their job. You know, I wish, you know, I was dead on as far as description of her, as far as the car, you know, I had everything right, you know, and it was a random case, you know, so.
I know that you want to mention that several bogus websites have popped up.
Correct.
People should not be sending money to websites.
No,
there's only one legitimate one?
There is.
What is it?
It's on your...
oh, okay. So you want us to put it on ours.
It's on CBSNews.com. Okay. I mean, CBS News.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we were going to put the only website, if you would like to help this family that is legitimate, is the one that we will put up on our website, earlyshow.cbsnews.com. Carl Probyn, thank you very much for coming in.
Been a pleasure.
Pleasure having you. And Allison and Lisa, thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.